Unless you've been playing games under a tombstone, by now you have probably heard of Plants vs. Zombies. At the core, it's a classic tower defense game with a sharp sense of humor and a unique twist in combat. You use plants, hence the name.
You start off defending your front lawn, but the zombies eventually figure out that's a lost cause and move to your backyard. Ooh, nice pool. Attack you at night, take advantage of a handy fog bank, and finally try hitting you from above on your roof.
Plants vs. Zombies is very cute, funny, and is honestly something I could see anyone playing. From children to adults, casual to hardcore gamers, it's just a great title. This game came out a while ago, but it stood the test of time. Once you finish the first playthrough, there's another with a higher difficulty, loads of achievements to get, and so many mini-games and puzzles that will keep you occupied for hours.
The game won many awards such as the Casual Game of the Year, Outstanding Achievement in Game Design from the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences, also receiving nominations in Game Design, Innovation, and Best Download Game in the Game Developers' Choice Awards. Plants vs. Zombies was also picked by Gamesweasel as one of the best games of 2009.
You'll have heard the rumours of EA being in negotiations to buy PopCap, makers of Plants vs. Zombies, Peggle, and smash hit Bejeweled. With these rumours today being confirmed, clearly EA found the decision to buy Plants vs. Zombies developer a no-brainer. EA announced their hopes to close a deal by the end of August that would see PopCap sold for $650 million. On top of that sum, they're going to fork over $100 million worth of stock and a reported $50 million in employee retention awards. So all in all, EA are shelling out about $800 million for one single company.
This is Plants vs. Zombies Adventure. This is out today, and this is PopCap's new Facebook game. Here's the crazy thing about this game. It's tower defense like the original Plants vs. Zombies, but it's like normal tower defense, like lane-based. Like where the zombies
so they follow the sidewalk.
Yeah, they'll follow the sidewalk.
The game had 3 different modes to play, including Town Building, which lets players build up their town by buying decorations and building, as well as planting plants. Road Trip is the standard gameplay, setting up plants and killing zombies, and Brain Ball, which lets players invade other players' towns in order to get brains, and the 5 players with the most brains on the leaderboard could get gems. The game also boasted 4 different types of currency, including coins, Zombucks, gems, and sun. The game finally released on Facebook on the 30th of May 2013, but was sadly shut down and discontinued on October 12, 2014.
Plants vs. Zombies 2. This one comes with a clever title, It's About Time, which on the surface to some may be a reference to how long the sequel's taken to come out. Now, these ones cost coins, and a lot of them, but they are extremely overpowered. You can get through a level pretty easy using these power-ups. Coins are collected slowly through the game, so of course, you can spend real money to buy more. Do you need to use these power-ups? Not at all. In fact, using them feels like cheating to me. They really make the game too simple. Now, speaking of paying, there are a few plants, ones that you'll recognize from the original Plants vs. Zombie, that can only be bought with real money. And this is a shame, as I miss squash or torchwood. For me, it's not worth the price right now. Each one costs $3 as of this review, but of course that can change at any time.
Like the slowing effect of the snow pea? $3. Reminisce about setting peas on fire for added damage thanks to torchwood? $3. Squashing enemies with the aptly named squash? Well, you guessed it, $3. Some of the levels within each world are blocked off by a door, requiring a certain number of keys. These keys are random drops and quite rare, meaning the player will have to play levels over and over in order to obtain these. Unless you want to pay to skip this step, it's not really a choice either, given that it's a requirement to complete all the levels in the stages in order to earn the stars required to progress. Tactics used in this first run version may range from seeming mildly frustrating to downright unfair. As it stands, the monetary systems in place seem extremely heavy-handed and could very well turn off the average player.
Plants vs. Zombies created quite a stir at E3 last year when PopCap revealed they were taking the tower defense game and turning it into a third-person shooter.
For God knows what reason, they made a third-person shooter based on the Plants vs. Zombies franchise. I purchased new packs with PVZ coins to acquire new Oh, this is microtransactions, isn't it? Hang on, wait, yeah, purchase coin. God fucking damn it.
People at EA and PopCap are putting microtransactions into the wildly popular next-gen console game, Garden Warfare, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. And this came about as a shock to a handful of people. Most people seem to see it coming. A few people are outraged, a few of us are not. I want this game to be the good guy Greg of video games. I want this to be the EA apology that we've all wanted for so long. I want this game to be the no microtransactions reversal of the entire decision that every game we put out will have microtransactions because we want more money because money. Not because it's good for the consumer, not because it's good for gaming, not because it's good for the rest of us. And when these games launch on PlayStation and PC, I can only presume they're going to have microtransactions built in day one. So that means there's a guy running around with all the character classes and all the upgrades, running around at character level whatever, day one. And it's unfair to the people who want to experience the enjoyable, fun grind of just playing the game and earning coins. Bad is when you want to spend money to bypass the content just to get the reward. This is a matter of principle. It doesn't affect the game as much as it affects the fact that this is not how gaming should be, and I do not want it to be the norm, and I hope you don't either. Simple.
Fast forward 2 years later, and now we've got a sequel, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Does this newest iteration bring enough of the new while reinforcing the old? Or does it simply become too convoluted and confusing?
Wait, Deluxe Edition? How clever! You've purchased the Garden Warfare 2 Deluxe Edition. Aren't you bright for giving Uncle EA more of your hard-earned cash? You're so smart, give yourself a pat on the back. Run out of pots and bots. That costs more compared to the first game. It was only 1,000 coins before. Okay, they want you to spend your money in this one. The maximum in the last one was €10.
Best value, diamond tier. You're a sucker if you only buy 2 million coins for €45.
Unfortunately, EA quote-unquote snuck in microtransactions after reviews were out. Now, I don't like to say that they did sneak them in. I don't know if this was their plan or not to make the game be rated higher. I think microtransactions are killing the industry. And while microtransactions can be done right, they are never welcome for me, and they're never good. In a premium game, I would never say that microtransactions should exist for any reason. It's just a cop-out. Essentially, if you remove the microtransactions and allowed people to purchase whatever the microtransactions require with in-game currency, it's the same exact thing, and that's exactly what Garden Warfare 2 does. It just allows people to buy things with real money too if they're impatient and they don't want to wait. And that's unfortunate, and that dislevels the playing field. Because one person could get the game day one, and with a few dollars that they spend, they could essentially purchase all of the new characters, all of the upgrades, all of the skins, and have all of their shit decked out before you even turn the power button onto your game.
EA and PopCap didn't want to let the success and the popularity of the franchise burn out, so they got straight to work on a new title, known as Plants vs. Zombies Heroes.
The first real gigantic mistake that PopCap made with this game were the rarity changes. They took some of the best and most used cards and, you guessed it, raised their rarities. There was no reason to do this other than blatant greed. Making better cards harder to get didn't help the player at all, it just increased the amount of time or money that you needed to spend to play the cards that you wanted to play. In this post, Nutshell outlines that PVZ Heroes wasn't as large of a success as PopCap had intended, leading them to release this letter in July 2017. So this letter basically just says that, they love making games, but things are changing and they need to make some changes. And to do that, we've made the difficult decision to reduce the size of our team in Seattle, and we are refocusing on key titles and new projects.
One of gaming's most famous feuds is back in a big way in Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville.
Battle for Neighborville is not a Garden Warfare game. This isn't a bad thing on paper at all, but I just don't like how this plays at all. I actually really really dislike it. And I'm not the only one who thinks this way. A lot of people are on the fence with this game.
And if I think Battle for Neighborville can be saved. And as a short answer, no. I don't think Battle for Neighborville can be saved. I think EA have already made it clear that they do not want to support this game. I feel like the main problem with this game is the replayability. You know, there isn't all of these variants and all of these other characters that make you want to continually keep playing the game. And I think that's probably where a lot of people have lost interest in the game. You know, they don't want to play the game if they're playing, you know, the same characters that they played months ago.
The game was released last year, only 1 full year ago. And they announced a couple weeks ago that they will be discontinuing any new updates for multiplayer, which is pretty sad considering that this game is only, like I said, a year old. So if you guys haven't heard, they said that September's Fall Festival will be our last festival and our final game and gameplay update will be at the end of the month. There is going to be no more Plants vs. Zombies new content. If you already have gone through all of the prize maps, there's nothing new for you.
Plants vs. Zombies 3, which had a soft release 2 days ago, meaning the game is currently only available in a couple of countries and regions and is still a work in progress.
Oh goodness me, this looks awful. Why are they having, why is the range, why is it sideways, or why is it wrong? Oh no, don't tell me this is like a battle, like, no, this, oh no, this, you just get sun naturally? Oh no, what have you done? No, this isn't Plants vs. Zombies. Why isn't the sun, why can't I plant sunflowers? What is this? This is garbage.
You ever like look at a game and think, wow, that looks terrible, I don't want to play that. And then you play it and it's like, oh my god, that's even worse than I thought. This game though, it decided, well, we're gonna completely change the formula and really just dumb it down to fit portrait mode or whatever they're doing here. With this game, like, it's just so bland, there's just so much taken away from the player that I just don't care about it. I feel like they're just trying to milk this franchise dry, and I don't know, I don't understand why. They haven't been making games as frequently for it. Why all of a sudden did they decide, well, we need a new game, and it's gotta be just made in like 2 months? I just don't understand. Maybe EA doesn't either.